Dang. Oh, hey.
Hey.
Hi. Welcome to the abandoned mansion. This episode is going to be a little bit different. And it's been probably 2 or 3 weeks since we've given you an abandoned mansion. It's because I've been trying to make this video come to fruition. This is kind of just more of a planning type video, a dreaming type video. We want you to see like what our goals are, especially for the backyard. But it's gonna be pretty cool. We'll get to that in a minute. First, I want to kind of update you on what's been happening, and a lot of stuff has happened. Actually, hey pup, I was awake early this morning and I started looking at your Instagram. I was creeping, no big deal. But I was looking at old pictures of us and this house, and a year ago, it was just so different. 6 months ago, it was so different. Yeah. There was pictures where it looked like this, green boards, but we didn't have any glass in it. And it was,
the moon.
Oh, the moon. There wasn't any glass in it, and it just looked like an abandoned mansion. And now it just looks so nice, and so it's just coming together.
Now it's just a regular house.
It's a regular...
Can we change the name yet?
Abandoned mansion is such a good title, though. There is gonna, we are getting close to where we can't call it abandoned anymore, right? What happens then? God, you look beautiful with this sunrise behind you. Jeez, the sky's just on fire, and the view is, man. So what are you gonna call it if we don't call it the abandoned mansion?
I don't know, anything.
Like what? That's my problem too.
Our house.
No one's gonna click if we say putting windows in our house, but if we say putting windows in an abandoned mansion, everyone clicks. Some updates on what has happened since you last saw this place. Let's start over here. Hey, Matt here, checking in from the shower tower. It's not a shower tower anymore. It's gonna just be a bathtub in here, but what is new is we have plumbing in this place. So we have hot and cold water lines here running all around. They actually go here. And then not only is the plumbing done, but the HVAC is mostly done. They've run all of the ducting up in the attic spaces, so it is getting to all the rooms. That is a bathroom vent line, so they're running all that kind of stuff as well. This is where an AC is gonna go, so obviously the handler is not here yet, but besides the handlers, pretty much everything AC and heat-wise is in the house. You also see little electrical boxes. These are new. We decided to rip out all the old electric and just start over because it was kind of confusing to figure out what they were doing before, and it was all 20 years old and should theoretically still be pretty good, but if there was a problem with it, it'd be hard to track down. We just decided to start all new, all fresh. So we haven't run any of the lines yet, but you can see all these boxes are in. You can see we're starting to put some can lights in certain spots. New drain lines running through walls there, going down into the slab. Water lines in the kitchen. We need to actually dig up that concrete still because those are the original water lines. The drain line should be fine, but probably gonna fix those water lines. All we need to do is tunnel over there. All we need to do is just dig up concrete.
No big deal.
Super easy. Also installed are our oven stove vent, I guess it is, a cooktop. The range vent, what do you call that thing?
Range vent, I would think.
Range vent. Also, this is dryer over here, so that is our dryer vent going up. All of that piping and ducting has all been done as well. This thing's coming together.
It's about to get to the fun parts.
You haven't had fun, doing demolition and stuff?
Fun parts for me.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's about to get to the parts where I don't do anything. Mare's been picking out colors and stuff, and she doesn't even ask me because I'm not helpful with that kind of stuff.
You would pick out all the wrong colors.
I'm tan. Make it all tan. Camo. You can see water pipes running through the ceiling there, and one of those, it comes all splits here, and then it comes over here, and then we have these kind of big splits that go to that one. There's 3 things right there above us. There's a sink, and then there's a bathtub, and then there's a toilet. So all 3 of those need their own water line. The black tubes, that's all the hot water lines, so those are all insulated. The cold water is just running through the attic. But when you run down on the wall, the cold and hot is both insulated because you're closer to the outside where it might be cold or hot. And the big change, I don't know, I guess that was actually, those are all pretty big changes, all the HVAC and stuff. But another big change is all the windows, I think all the windows, there might be 1 or 2, but all the windows are in the house now, which we're in the new addition, the one that we didn't renovate. We totally built the new garage and apartment above it addition on, and it did not have windows last you saw. It has windows now. So we have windows all in there, windows in there, upstairs. I'll take you up there. We'll show you that too. Glass all in here. Yeah, so there's 2 windows that are left to go in, but looking so good with windows all in here, closing in, starting to feel like a house and not like a drafty pile of sticks. This is gonna be our weight room. This is where Meredith and I are gonna look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. I can't wait to see you with some Arnold traps. It's gonna be great. We have a squat rack right now, we have a treadmill, and then we have free weights basically. Anything else we're gonna add? I think we need like one of those pull-up tower, power tower kind of things, where you can do abs and dips and stuff. What else? Are we gonna have a bike?
Yeah.
Get an exercise bike up in here.
Will the squat rack fit right there?
I don't think so, because the bar is so wide. The squat rack would, but I don't think the bars would. We had to make this smaller because the AC is gonna go there. And that's gonna be a little kitchenette because that is gonna be our YouTuber apartment. Also, a little bright, beautiful sunrise. Also, I was thinking we should call it the YouTuber Hotel because I wanna put 2 beds in there so we can have more YouTubers come at a time. And it doesn't have like a living room like an apartment, so like it's just a YouTuber hotel room. YouTuber Holiday Inn. Okay, we'll work on the name. We'll work on it. Sorry, it's not there yet. Now, the main reason that we brought you here today is because we want to show you the exterior plans. What do you call that? Landscape architecture kind of stuff?
Yeah.
This plan was made by Stackrock Group. I actually knew someone who worked there, and he put me in contact with their group who helps design all this stuff. And my problem is like, I was like, yeah, I want a cool backyard, but I had no idea where to start. And I think you're better at that kind of stuff than me, but even you were kind of at a loss. I'm like,
There's just so much.
we were like, yeah, we want a pool. Other than that,
There's a 10-foot drop, and what do we do?
and we were like, yeah, there's a pool for sure. We want that. But other than that, like, we have no idea. We actually just sent them our blueprints of the house, and we sent them an elevation. It showed them like the elevation of all the land around here so they could kind of see how the hills drop off and everything. And they built it all in a computer program so that they could like fly around the house on a computer, which probably took forever and it's a lot of work, but it was so cool because like we could, and this was actually it was like what, 6 months ago or something when we first started it. So it was like 6 months ago before we even could see what this house was going to look like. We didn't have all the old stuff torn down yet, but we just had our blueprints for what it was going to build up to. And they built it all in a computer system. And then we started piecing together the yard. And so we could actually like fly through it or walk through it on a computer and kind of get an idea how it looked. And so we actually had the pool in a different place first. And then once we flew through it, we're like, oh man, it should be over here and it should be this shape and it needs to be bigger and it needs to be smaller and this way. And I'm not making any sense here, but we were able to kind of get an idea what it looks like by flying through it on a computer and then could change it. So we added like fire and like fire pit, and we added like where the grill and the seating area is going to be. And
Outdoor kitchen.
I think now I'm just going to let you guys go see it and fly through it. And I spent a lot of time working on this. I went and got the drone shots, and then I sent them all to Stackrock, and they went and copied the drone shots in their computer model. And then I got all the footage, and I edited it all together to where it switches back and forth, so you can see like how it looks now, which is just piles of rocks and weeds and dirt, and then transformed into the craziness that we have in our dream to make this.
Are we actually gonna make it?
It's pretty ridiculous, I will say. Like it's definitely
It's awesome.
It's so cool, but it's like, God, is that like too much? But then it's like, well,
But it's so cool.
look at this house, like it needs something awesome. So, all right, without further ado, let me present to you our dream. This is just letting you get inside my head, which is a little scary for you, but just try to hang on. Good luck, Demolitia. So, what do you think? First of all, we know
There's a huge water slide.
there's a giant water slide. I know you guys are like, what? You're really gonna put a resort water slide on your pool? Maybe. It was just like we could draw it in there, and we thought it'd be awesome.
Yeah, we didn't, like, they just kind of took a leap and designed what they thought would be cool, and that was like one of the first things in it, and we were like, oh,
We're like,
maybe we should.
We never even thought about having
but
like
also
a
maybe we shouldn't.
30-foot water slide, but that would be, you know who would love that? Every kid and adult, every kid and man in the world would love to have a water slide at this pool. So we're gonna try. We're going for it. So like that plan is not necessarily 100%, because like for instance, we made a plan on this house, and then as we got to building, like things changed. We found out some things work better or not as good, and so we adjust them. So like that plan could be adjusted. We may say a water slide that's like 30 feet long is not long enough, and we need a 60-foot one with a loop-de-loop in it. It's possible. It might change.
Of course you would.
It's coming together. You'd probably also notice that giant mound of dirt in the front yard is gone on our plans, and I think that is actually going to happen. We're going to get a dozer, and I'll start pulling that dirt around. We'll probably just come put it down here. Get some more fill so we can have, this drops off so much here. It just goes, poof, and so we want a nice yard. So we'll probably bring some more fill in, fill up this back here so that we can have a nice yard and have a nice area around the pool. But for the most part, I think that is pretty close to what we are going to go with, right? I mean, that's like my dream backyard.
Good entertaining space up here, and the outdoor kitchen will be right there behind you.
We're going to have a grill on it and everything.
We're going to have like a hibachi style griddle.
What?
Instead of a grill up here. And then you can have like a real grill down by the pool. Real grill, that's not a grill.
A real grill.
Real grill.
Mayor, I did notice that we put a hot tub right outside our master bedroom. That's what I'm talking about. You saw over here we had a nice like pergola and sitting area. That sitting area is probably about 10 feet above where the actual ground is right now. So there's going to be a lot of building up to get that. But we're also going to extend this porch out a little bit, like I think 4 feet. We want more porch before it starts dropping down with steps and stuff, because we just want to have a nice hangout area up here. Also, there's going to be a roof, a porch roof coming over these doors right here.
And it'll all connect.
It'll all connect all the way around. So all of this whole porch here will be totally covered, which it is not now. It was covered right there in the original house, and there was a big opening here. We filled that in with concrete because we wanted these porches to connect. Remember when we first came here, there was just a board, like a scaffolding board, and we had to like balance across it to get from this to that.
I just went through the house.
Yeah. But we couldn't get out that when we first bought the house. That was all boarded up.
Oh, yeah.
And so we couldn't even get to this porch like until I bought it. I never even got on that porch because it was so sketchy getting across that because it was 10 feet above the ground. Man, this place has come a long way, Mayor. This is happening. It's really happening. I have a question for you, Demolitia. What do you think? Are there any problems that you see? Is there anything that we overlooked maybe? Anything we added that we should change or take away? Anything that we did not add that we forgot? Comment below. Let me know, because this plan is still malleable. Like we can change it. And I want to say a huge thanks to Stack Rock Group, because they are totally ones that took the concepts and like made them work, and they're creative and like quirky enough to figure that out. I consider myself very creative, but not with a blank slate like this. Like when there's just nothing, I cannot wrap my mind around how to start it. So it was nice having guys who are professionals at that and know how to do something like this. And they can do anything from like a tiny little flower bed to like a college campus. Like they can design all of that stuff. So if you're interested, I'm gonna link them in the description below. They've been a great help in kind of giving us an awesome starting point on what to do here. We just could not thank them enough. They've done a great job with all the architecture and the 3D renderings and everything, and really helped give Mary and I an idea of what it looked like before it's even close to being done. We haven't even started anything on the outside besides piling dirt, and like now we have a pretty good idea of what the backyard's gonna look like.
Well, we get to now, right?
We get to start?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's go time.
Pool by next summer?
pool by next week. Let's go. Let's do this. I'm going to link the description below, stackrockgroup.com, and also you can check them out on their socials at Stackrock Group. Appreciate you guys. I guess we start moving some dirt and like make this backyard work now?
Sure, I don't know.
All we've been doing so far is just doing the house. We really haven't done much to the outside around the house, but I think it's time. We're also going to start doing some of the finishing things on the house very soon. I think we're going to start siding in possibly the next episode.
We picked out paint colors yesterday. I picked out paint colors yesterday.
I was there, I helped.
Or at least paint colors to come do samples with.
Sweet.
Swatches.
Outside paint colors or inside?
Outside.
Okay. Isn't it just going to be white?
There's like a million colors of white.
I beg to differ. There's one color of white.
There's white that can look pink. There's the white that can look blue. There's white that can look yellow.
Let's not get pink white.
Agreed.
Okay. Why don't we just get white? Thank you guys for watching The Abandoned Mansion. Next episode, we're going to paint white paint on our house. We love you. We'll see you next time.